Why don't we always make the right choice? You know, while I was getting ready for this meeting, I looked through the presentations of all the participants, and I understood that the topic I wanted to talk about, that is, listen to your heart, explore yourself, will be covered before me. So I decided to focus on some other issues. And actually, that is more about finding your goal and about the barriers or the problems that may hinder your achieving this goal. Why did I choose Yoda? Because I like this. Have you watched the Star Wars? Yeah? Oh, thank you. There are at least one person who knows who Master Yoda is. And I like this quotation, like, I don't believe it, this is why you fail. If you don't believe in your goal, if you don't feel your goal, there is a high probability that you may fail. But first, it's important to find your goal, and that's what we have been discussing today. That's the trickiest point. I know from my own experience that our true desires, true passions can be hidden somewhere deep inside. And not all school children, I work a lot with kids, with school children, with students, with adults, and it happens very often when I ask what you want to achieve in life, what you want to be, people don't know for sure. Or they use some cliched answers, choosing some jobs that are pretty popular or that will definitely bring some money. Very often our choice is influenced by what is currently in fashion, what has the potential of bringing us a lot of money, because Andrei has already covered this issue. If you can't feed your family, if you can't pay the bills, probably you can't afford to have only hobbies and only to enjoy. We need somehow to find this combination of pleasurable, fulfilling, rewarding job with a good income. To have decent life, we need money. We can't ignore it. And so very often our choice is influenced by what is currently in fashion and what is considered to be a well-paid job. Sometimes another factor that may influence us, and I heard it from students, like there is no such university which prepares such specialists in Smolensk, yeah? Or I won't be able to find a job in Smolensk or in the Smolensk region having this qualification. So we are not living in a castle isolated from the outer world. Just you need, if you know what you want, you can take the courage, you can find even financial resources, and you can move to another city, maybe to another region, to another country. Look at Stephen. He knows what he wants and he's here, and geography, Haiti is very far from here, yeah, so you need to be brave. That's why I guess it's not such a problem that should hinder your achieving your goal. And then another issue that I would like to highlight today is whether you are choosing this particular education, this particular career for yourself, to satisfy, to fulfill, to meet your own desires and needs, or probably to please your parents, your all relatives. For example, if all your relatives are involved in medicine, let's take medicine, yeah? You are kind of expected to become a doctor, yeah? So then it will be as you... I know one good example. I know the lady who graduated from the medical university with honors. which is really difficult. She took her diploma, brought it to her parents, gave it to them, and started working as a designer. Because she told them, like, you wanted a diploma, you get it. Yeah, it's not me who wanted it. And then she, by the way, she is very successful designer of underwear. Okay, and so that is the question that we need to answer. Whose desire is that we are going to follow? And that may be pretty tricky because by your parents, by your relatives, you may be influenced indirectly. Like they will praise some job. They will say, "Oh, I know a friend who works as I don't know, as a programmer, and he earns so much money. It's so cool. He has got no problems. He's so successful." And somehow you become subconsciously influenced by that. Like you think, if he's successful in programming, maybe programming may be a good option for me. Yeah. So try to identify this manipulation, yeah, and try to listen to your heart. Actually, I guess all the speakers have been saying it today, yeah? Listen to your true self. But sometimes, you know, it's our true self speaks in such an indistinguishable voice, like we can't hear it. I have been participating in many courses. I have been studying all my life, and I guess at every moment of my life, I am taking at least 1 or 2 courses. And just before the new year, at one business session, I was asked a question like, what is your goal? Because it is, even in business, it is considered that if you have a very ambitious goal, you start working harder, you become more motivated, you become energized, but on condition that this goal energizes you, that this goal fuels you with all this energy and resources. Then you really feel empowered. And all other participants in this business session, they said, oh, I want to buy a house, I want to buy a new flat, or a very cool, expensive car, or something like that. And suddenly I realized that I don't want these things like I want. But it's not like a goal that really ignites me, that really inspires me. And then I took a course in psychology of achievement. That was a 3-month course, which helped me to understand why I couldn't hear myself. And somehow it was not a very pleasant thing to understand. But today, actually, Yelena shared some personal things, yeah, and all the speakers shared some personal things, so I will share as well. I guess the problem was in my feeling of self-value. Like, you understand me, да? Самоценность. Self-value, when you value first your own desires, when you hear yourself, you understand yourself, when you are not a perfectionist who tries to follow the rules, who tries to do everything correctly to get a good mark, not a good mark. Good mark is not good enough. Usually it should be excellent mark, yeah? And I realized that actually very often in my life I follow these rules, I follow prescriptions, I want to be the best in many things. And while achieving all these things, I don't really listen to myself, I don't really appreciate myself. What are the signs? I find it difficult to make time for myself. For example, I feel like reading something interesting or going to some place, but then I said, no, there is some work to be done, you have to do work first, and then you can relax. And then, when this then will come, I wonder. So, you know, if you have such signs that you need to do all of the things in the world, and only after that you can pay attention to yourself, guys, consider this thing and probably pay more attention to your self-value, trying to increase it. Because if we have high enough self-support, self-value, self-love, then we base all our decisions on our own interests, on our true needs, not on the needs of our friends, teachers, relatives, or whatever, yeah, or some celebrities who also influence us. But we listen to our own needs. That's crucial. And then you, when you appreciate yourself, when you trust and support yourself, you can build a wonderful castle of your life. Because there will be very strong pillars or columns within you. Just one very important thing, we can't control the world around us. We simply can't. Maybe some of you are magicians, but that's not such a commonplace thing to be a magician. But we can control our inner world. We can control our own attitude to the world. And if we trust ourselves, if whatever happens, we support and take care of ourselves, then we feel strong. And whatever happens, we will not change our way. We will follow our path and finally achieve our dream. And so this is a very important thing. Just remember it. You are your best supporter, your best friend, and your best advisor in choosing career as well. And there is one good TED that I recommend you to watch, that is Linky Rubber, Uncover Your True Passion. And then she gives some good pieces of advice, but I'm not going to take your time to, I just recommend you to watch it. And I'm finishing now. Another important thing, you can at any moment of your life change your life. Change your career. Choose a dramatically different career path at any moment. So it is important to understand because it gives you some kind of inner freedom. So the decision that you make today, it is good for today. Maybe it won't work in a week or in a month. We need to be flexible. Because if you don't listen to the changing world, to the changing trends, to your changing personality, but just keep to one way without introducing any modifications, this may not be highly successful. So just allow yourself to have this inner freedom of changing your life at any moment. Till you are alive, you have this opportunity. Yeah. And oh, yeah. No. Not yet. Yeah. I wanted to finish with this short quotation. Dream big, because dreams do happen if they are your dreams, if you believe in them, and if you work hard enough to fulfill them. So that's it. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you.